going on, Watch World? It's your guy, Ty Brown from Mywatchlifestyle. We're bringing you another episode of Mywatchlifestyle. And today, I know it's the pandemic, it's the quarantine. We really can't get out and enjoy or watch events like we used to, but we'll be there soon. So today, even I'm being cautious. You know, I got my cameraman, he's like 10 feet back, I'm like 6 feet back, so we're here in this remote location. I can't go far, so I figure, you know, I'll give y'all some kind of watch content to check out. So today, we actually have a watch from the UK, Birmingham, UK. It's called the Thomas Ore watch. This is a real cool watch. I got it in, and I really liked it because I've been looking at it for a while, and it has great history. The history of Thomas Ore, he was like a famous clockmaker. He made clocks over in the UK that still standing the test of time. I mean, when you get time, you go check out that history of Thomas Ore and making clocks. So now they kind of like rebirthed it, and they're doing wristwatches, right? So that made me say, so I'm like, you know, with all this history of clocks, now you're making wristwatches. So that really made me want to really get into it and see it and notice those kind of things. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take you on a day. I know I usually do all these crazy watch reviews and test it and let people check them out and everything, but we can't go nowhere. Nobody's out. So I'm just gonna take you on a journey of what I'm doing that day, or, you know, see how the watch performs. Because you know me, I gotta test that thing. I can't just sit there and let it in a box. I gotta test it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna wear it, and then we're gonna go back to the Mywatchlifestyle studio where I can really break it down, show you the watch, give you some specs on it, and then I'll give you my opinion of what I thought about the watch overall at the end. So stay tuned, you know, be safe, and we'll be back in a little bit on Mywatchlifestyle. I'm picking up my watch packages today. So we just came in. Stay tuned. Oh man, can't wait to see what's in them. Something new in the day. This Thomas Ore watch. The delivery guy just dropped it off. I took it out the box. Now I'm checking out the packaging, which is pretty cool so far. Here it is. It's a cool watch. I'm excited to give you guys the reel on it, and they gave me a blue dial, so they know I'm a sucker for a blue dial. But yeah, we're gonna put it through the Mywatchlifestyle test. We're gonna wear it. We're gonna put it in the elements to see how it performs. You know how we do it. So we're not just gonna sit and give you a review on it. We're gonna wear this thing. Grocery shopping. Yep. Okay, we back. Now we back in the My Watch Lifestyle studio. You know, we got Thomas Ore watch. Seen me go out in this quarantine. I really spent time with this watch. I really wore it, lived with it, and just to get a good feel. You know, I couldn't really go too many places because, you know, we had locked down on this quarantine, but I just did what I could because it was an awesome watch and I just wanted to get a good feeling on it. Now it's my time to review the watch for you guys and give you what I like about it, what I don't like about it, pointers, things like that. So here we go. First thing that I noticed when I opened the package once I got it and I opened the box was the presentation of the watch. It has this beautiful black shiny box. You open it up, it has the leather insides, the Thomas Ore logo. It was just a beautiful box. It was a beautiful presentation. I never really got, you know, that kind of presentation with a micro brand before, so it kind of like took me out. But that alone impressed me. You know, just having a, you know, design background, things like that. That really impressed me. I know some watch companies was talking about taking away the watch box. I collect all of mine. You know, I think it's a part of the watch, part of the design. That was a check for me. You know, I loved it, and the presentation of the box was just beautiful. The next thing I noticed about the watch, when I opened the pretty watch box, I seen the watch and I was like, whoa, it was like a big watch. You know, I was like, it's supposed to be 42 millimeter and it wears every bit of 42. It's a big 42. But when I opened it up, I looked, I said, wow, it made me instantly, I'm not gonna lie, it made me feel instantly like macho, like, oh, this is a, you know, it had very strong features. It had to, you know, remind me of like a little tank. So I put it on and it had a lot of weight. It was real heavy. And that's all I thought about. I was like, okay, I'm really, I feel like one of those football UFC player guys, you know, with the big chunky watch. So that was my first impression of the watch. After I was just walking around with the watch and I just, you know, it felt very robust. It felt very, you know, comfortable. You know, I was like, okay, I like the key features. So as I'm walking around, I'm looking at the watch, you know, like I said, it had a real industrial feel to it. Also with the cockpit kind of design, it had the 4 screws on it. So it really gave it like this industrial feeling to it, and I like that. What I really love about the bracelet is how, you know, you get this rugged feel for the watch, but the center is more matted, and then it has the, you know, the shinier metal on the outsides of the bracelet. So it's like a two-tone bracelet, and I think that's what gives this rugged watch a sexiness. You know, so I nicknamed it, one of the nicknames I gave it was the Big Sexy because of the bracelet, right? The bracelet felt real good, and it gave that sophistication to a watch that looked it kind of rugged. And that's another key element that made me just, once I wore it and I just seen it on the wrist and I just looked down, I was like, I like this. I like how this bracelet is coming off. It takes away some of the intimidation and really classes up the watch. So in my opinion, I wouldn't change that bracelet, you know, because I like it like that. I think it gives the watch a little more class and a little more character. Now, one of the key things that kind of shocked me and surprised me that I didn't expect it was the open case back. I didn't, you know, I for some reason I didn't think the watch had an open case back, but that really shocked me. And then I think in that micro brand space, you know, because it's running off a Salida movement, so you know, you can, if you're kind of a watch geek, you can, you know, see the movement in the back, and that's something that I didn't expect the watch to be open like that because of, you know, the rugged, how it looked from the first appearance. Now I want to talk about the dial. You know, like I just talked, I'm telling you all about how rugged the watch is, but when you just take a step back and you look down at that dial. Why I like the dial and why I think it's a home run, because the history of Thomas Ore is that got their start in making clocks. It was a clockmaker. So they really nailed the feeling of looking at a clock on your wrist. And you really look down and you get lost in the dial. So that's why I love it. It really has that English feel to it, that UK feel to it when you look at the dial. Now, the outside of the watch might be like kind of industrialized, feel like a nice piece of machinery on your arm, but you really get a sense of sophistication when you look at that dial. And you guys did a perfect job on this dial. So I love it. I have a few minor suggestions, but overall, looking at, y'all really captured the feeling of old school clock making on the wrist. I love that feeling. I love that concept, and I hope that's the concept that you guys was going for, because if it is, you nailed it. Thomas Ore is bringing out their new Moonphase. This is a very new watch. I love that feature of adding the Moonphase to the watch. I have no problem with the date. The date could be a little bit bigger, but I like the way it's positioned. It's easy to set. The watch is easy to set. Has nice grip on the crown. Very, very strong crown. A little feature when you're closing the crown. I would like the T that's on the crown. Like once you finish winding it shut, that the T is straight and not like to the side. So I think that would be, that's probably just something in QC. This is, like the prototype of it. But, just that little design tidbit to really pay attention to the finishings, and little stuff like that. Also, just something that I feel that can take it is on the bracelet. I wish the logo was on the clasp, or even if you open up in the deployant and in the inside, maybe the logo is stamped. I think it'll take it up. It'll take the class level up just another little notch, just something little like that. Again, I'm a design stickler with that background. I would like to see that. I think that would really give your bracelet an extra bit of uniqueness, if that's a word, kind of. I would like that. I hope that's a feature you guys will add. I mean, I don't own the brand. I'm just a guy sitting here reviewing it, but that's just something I would like to see. So, I know I named the watch the Big Sexy because of the bracelet, but it really reminds me of a luxury SUV type of watch. Meaning, because why it reminds me of a luxury SUV, because it gives you the safeness, it gives you the space, the bigness of, hugging the road, hugging the wrist. It really gives wrist presence, because when you see this on any one wrist, you're going to stop and ask them exactly what it is immediately. And but also when you look at the dial, sort of like a luxury SUV, it has all the buttons you could push. It's real pretty in the inside. It kind of makes you feel like you're in a luxury sedan, but you kind of commanding the road, with the SUV presence. So that's how this watch feels to me. It feels like a luxury SUV. This watch really commands wrist time. It really commands people's attention. People are definitely going to be drawn to it. I really enjoyed this watch. I really, I hate to give it back, but this is a watch I definitely plan to own. I'm not the biggest watch geek. I'm more of a watch enthusiast. I'm learning more and more every day, different, about different watches, movements, just always being a student of the watch industry. And so I just try to give you guys honest reviews from the heart and what I really feel about these watches. To be honest, this Thomas Ore watch is a really, especially if you love that chunky watch, but not overbearing. See, the watch is not overbearing to where as though it's so huge and you can't fit it under a shirt and things like that. No, it just gives you enough wrist presence that it gives you a nice wrist presence that if you're looking for that, it's definitely a conversation piece. And again, Thomas Ore, I take my hat off to you guys again for creating that, sticking to you guys, origin and your roots of of clock making, and somehow bringing that to the wrist, and I applaud y'all for that. I love that. If that was your goal, then you knocked it all the way out the park. Hats off to your design team. Um, so what we're gonna do now, I want all you guys to check out Thomas Ore. Look for what they come in. Go to their website. I'll post the website down below. Keep rocking with My Watch Lifestyle. We're gonna try to keep doing a lot of watch reviews, especially during this quarantine, just to keep you guys up and fresh in what's in the watch world. So like I told you before, the My Watch Lifestyle is not just about watches, it's the lifestyle and everything surrounding that watch. So we let you know it's a new watch that's coming out, the Thomas Ore watch. Check it out. Keep rocking with My Watch Lifestyle. All social media is My Watch Lifestyle. And we'll keep trying to keep rocking and keep giving you guys the best that we can give you as we get it. You know what I mean? As we learn about it, as I learn, as we learn, we hope that you guys learn. So stay tuned for the next watch review, the next episode. Peace.